Black Box Productions.
It seemed like the real ones might get another W. I saw a report that say Big Meech got action. About Baba, he not playing. On God, they let the Goofy out, the Gucci. Then Bro got out. It's like, I know he like whatever. It's obviously strings being pulled on by folks. Like, and then one thing about Meech, he ain't never had no seemingly limited amount of strings that he could pull. So that little report of his parade getting rained on that we heard not too long ago don't seem like it's gonna be the last word. Oh, about Mama Free the Real, it's a big deal. Terry Southwest T. Flinroy, the co-founder of Black Mafia Family BMF, was released early from prison several weeks ago due to COVID-19 health concerns. Unfortunately, his brother, the more well-known Demetrius Big Meech, was denied his release as the court needed medical documents stating that he is equally at risk of suffering from severe coronavirus complications. According to an exclusive report by All Hip Hop, Big Meech has filed a second motion to be freed from prison in the middle of his 30-year sentence and is looking like he has a decent shot of making it out. Salute to that. According to the news, the same medical professionals that deemed that Southwest T should be released because of COVID-19 are now saying that Big Meech should be treated the same since his condition is not far off from his brother's. That's what I'm talking about. The division head of internal medicine at Henry Ford Hospital, Detroit, reportedly concluded that the cult hero, when I first saw that word cult, I got offended. But I know deeper through the history of the word cult, even though it's probably still room for offense because I know the general public is not up on the full definition, and a cult is just really short for culture. But I know typically in society, it's taken for a religious sect of people that don't have real control over their own thinking and following someone. So for them to insert that word kind of threw me off. But he is a hero to our culture on my mama, because he you know, the system is corrupt, foul, and the dream that we saw so many times, we seen him max it out. And we praying he get out, get action on my mama. The cult hero is at a heightened risk of getting a bad case of the virus should he contract it because of his age, hypertension, and other health conditions. Yeah, free the real. It's a big deal on my mama. Big Meech's lawyers have issued a second motion for his release, which will be answered no later than tomorrow. Are you hoping he gets approved? Hell yeah. And you know Curtisha over there that just drooling. He already just... Big T come home. He got all kind of T-nested keynotes in his me mouth. I know he dying for Big Meech to come home. Oh, my mama. Y'all better get away from that murder investigator. Get away from that murder investigator. Real. I was hating on y'all the whole time. Y'all was trying to do what y'all was doing. I don't find it ironic y'all was at the table with the whole industry, but that dude. Oh, my mama, Meech. You know, me and you done spent days and days and hours in the mansion politicking, my nigga. You already know the real. It's crazy that Jay Diggs is on the thing today. And then, you know, we talking about them story songs that Jay Diggs do. He put the homie Blue out there on blast, like, real bold and cold. Like, y'all talking that paperwork and all that, right? All right. What you know about Jay Diggs, get on the record. And he tell out them stories. Immaculate, interesting story from a start to beginning. You're going to listen. It's so interesting. He tell his story how he been riding and rolling with these dudes, moving, touring, bussing, entertaining, politicking, ups, downs, getting raided, whoop, wop, wop, whoop, whoop. It's me, Blue Da Vinci. We had to do this. We had to do that. Baby Blue, rest in peace, the whole nine. I know the story so well. Yep, whatever he talking about, that pretty much, that happened. Then, at the end of the song, it's like no hook. It's just bars. It's probably about 4 or 5 minutes of bars of him telling this story of his ups and downs with the BMF situation, Big Meech going to jail and all that. Now he on the phone with Big Meech, Blue on the other line. This is all in the song. Boom. Blue, J Diggs trying to tell Meech, hey, Meech, I got Blue on the holler. Huh? This the end of the song right here. This what Big Meech supposedly said. Man, I love Blue, but the nigga a rat. So, for those that know, I've been on Meech just as long as Blue Da Vinci. By the matter of weeks or days, perhaps a month or two. I say that to say, when he met them, me and Blue was in the same situation. We from the same hood, and we was both hard time record artists. That was the first what I would consider myself having a situation in hip hop. Our homie Wino from our hood had the situation with J-Core Records, Hard Time Records. And when I met Wino, Blue, and the homie Spade, they was a group called the Lower Class. And as this industry goes and dealing with independence, like y'all don't know what J-Core Records or Hard Time is. So you see it didn't ever really do what we all thought it was going to do. So there was times of contention, of ups and downs where Blue and Wino wasn't seeing eye to eye. It had got real bad actually at one point. And during that period of time is when Blue met the BMF niggas. It was some more niggas in the section that was getting down with them on the whole. And when Blue first met them, it was an open invite. I didn't even know the magnitude of how heavy the cast was or what the future held, but it was an invite like, man, y'all need to come mess with me. Niggas I fuck with, that's all he used to say. Man, they gonna do my music, but they don't give a fuck about no rap. And then I used to push little low-level weed at the time, little dime bags, and where they used to be situated in Gardena. Blue used to like, you got some weed? Yeah, I used to come over there. Meech and them used to buy all my weed, but even though it was Meech, it wasn't Meech. Like, it was just, you would have never seen it coming. So that's crazy too. A lot of irony involved with the episode today, but all said and done, on my mama, free Big Meech. It's not like a lot of things that, as a people, the majority of us, or as a culture, because I know some people that still look at him as like however they look at him, but that we all can agree on and hope for. Yeah, they want to call him a co-hero, we'll take that. And I guarantee you this too, T.I. issue, and trying to clean your name and not keeping it a Google about your participation on behalf of the prosecution. I know it's not helping the homie cause at all to have that big old footage or you talking about, I know Big Me. Yeah, that ain't G-code, bro. You could have left that out while you was trying to save your neck, throwing the homie under the bus. 30 years sounded like a lot, huh? Oh, my mama. It's crazy. That's why you just got to stick to the script. You ain't got to worry about, ooh, what did I do? If you stick to the script, no matter how lonely the road is.
SPR.
You saying Meech said tip is solid. Yeah, I'm aware of that. What's your point? Obviously, Meech wasn't aware of the 45-minute HD testimony that T.I. issue gave on behalf of the prosecution in a murder trial. T.I. issue was very successful in getting it eradicated, eliminated, obliterated totally from the entire World Wide Web. When it was more readily available, people like Big Meech wasn't on the internet like I was, due to what my career and my situation was. And it was available on YouTube over 10 years ago when YouTube wasn't just a click away. It was, and it wasn't just a click away at everybody's finger and everybody tapping in. So when Big Meech went on record speaking up on behalf of T.I. issue, he was speaking on behalf of his federal situation and the paperwork that was available to be analyzed in that situation. That is not the situation that is going to reveal the participation of T.I. issue on behalf of the prosecution in a murder trial where the suspect received a very lengthy sentence due in part to his participation. It was a team win. He came in on the prosecution team and the prosecution prevailed in the proceedings. So yeah, I'm aware that Big Meech said that he wasn't a rat, but it can only be because he wasn't aware of all of T.I. issue's activity when it comes to the law. I don't need Big Meech, God, Jesus, nobody to verify what I saw with my own eyes. I saw him on the stand answer every single question that the prosecutor asked him favorably in the process of proving a point against the suspect. And then the G code that he so casually likes to mention, he slapped it in the face at the end of his testimony, because with no consequence to the actual case, he was asked about females that were accompanying him that evening. And then, and only then, was he arrogant enough to open his mouth and plead the fifth, which was available to him the whole time he sat on the stand incriminating the individual that was on trial. Do you understand that? I don't have no problem. You keep bringing it up, I'll keep iterating it. I happen to be raised in a religious setting, and I understand that a lot of times the things that people actually consider or profess to know and believe, they make a habit of getting up and repeating over and over and over again. They'll sing songs about it. They'll have a prayer meeting about it on Wednesday. They'll have another one on Friday. They'll have a whole service on the Saturday or Sunday, and then they'll come back that evening and they'll tell these same stories over and over and over again. And I'm also fully aware when you're one of the only few telling a true story about a certain individual who is telling a whole nother story, and there's a whole lot of other people seemingly comfortable with allowing the lie to just linger, you may have to repeat yourself even more than you would like in order for people to finally understand what you were saying. And I'm coming to grips with that. So it's facts over feelings around this thing. We in the black box. Bay Activity, I is Bay Machiavelli, SPI, the most Easty, VJ Keyway, and it is about that time.
Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.